pyramid-shaped objects flying in the sky.
The pyramid-shaped UFOs and many other objects have been spotted flying in the sky for quite some time now, and while looking at these objects, it seems that they're pretty much real. But is this something that is happening in reality, or is there any other agenda behind that? Like the world's governments planning a fake alien invasion? Since, as followers of Christ, we are aware that there are going to be many things that will happen at the end times, which will actually not be real. And the recent Bluebeam project actually verifies all of that. So, in today's video, we're going to be covering the details of this project and how it's linked with the Great Rapture deception. So, if you're someone who's keen to know about this matter, then this video is for you. Watch this video to the very end to get the details of everything that's happening today. So, to start with, we'll first look into 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9 through 11, where God tells us about the Great Rapture deception and how people will fall for it. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. The coming of the lawless one is by the activity of Satan with all power and false signs of wonders. And then in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11, therefore God sends them a strong delusion so that they may believe what is false. Here in these verses, we're being told by God that this strong delusion is actually on its way and that the people will believe the lie. So there are going to be great delusions near the end of times, and for which the project Bluebeam is and will be used to cover the rapture and make people believe as if the rapture is happening, yet it won't be. Now, you might be wondering about this term Project Bluebeam, so let's learn about this project a little and see what it actually is. Project Bluebeam is a theory that was introduced by a Canadian investigative journalist, Sergei Monast, in the mid-90s. Now, according to this theory, NASA and the United States have begun to develop cutting-edge technology. Using this technique, the entire Earth will see a sky simulation made by satellites positioned at various locations on the planet. By using this technology, they are capable of simulating a fake alien invasion or a stage of Christ's second coming using a hologram projection. Now, why are they actually doing that? According to the conspiracy, using this approach and in collaboration with the Antichrist, and by creating an imitation of the second coming, all humanity on Earth will be united under the structure of the Blue Beam. This will make establishing total control easier, and the subsequent stages required for building the New World Order will take less time. Now, this may sound absolutely insane to you, but there are actual videos of 4D holograms of different objects that, when looked at for the first time, look incredibly real. Here's a video clip of a concert where we can see these whales flying during the show. It seems as if these are real whales and are actually flying in the air. Now, one can look at this video and see how realistic it looks, which brings us to another clip, which was caught on camera from China. It was called the Floating City at the time, and many claimed that it was due to the Project Bluebeam technology. Here's a video clip so you can understand it better.
This video surfaced out of China, and it looks like their city is floating in the clouds. Of course, we can't verify if the video is real or not, but we have seen things like this before.
This is not the first time that all of this has happened. A few years ago, a weapon known as the Voice of God weapon was introduced to have military control over the Middle East states such as Iraq. The idea behind it was to transmit certain messages into people's minds through radio technology as if God were speaking to them in reality. Now, what are holograms and how do they work? Hologram technology is a projection in 3 dimensions that can be seen without the use of specific devices such as cameras or glasses. Because the image can be observed from any angle, the object appears to move and shift realistically as the viewer wanders around the display. These holographic images can also be fixed, such as a commercial image, or animated sequences that can be viewed by numerous individuals from any angle. In recent years, the technology utilized to capture and project holograms has evolved dramatically. These new techniques enable more convincing and interactive models to be exhibited and are likely to become more common in the future. Not only this, but the military is also bringing the use of hologram technology into the actual battlefield. The US military has already put virtual humans to good use. For example, the University of California has used virtual reality characters to touch warfighters in one way or another before, during, and after the combat deployments. This has also led people to believe that the governments will use this technology to fake an alien invasion and blame all the Christians who disappear in the rapture on great alien abductions. Luke chapter 17 verse 34. I tell you, on the night that there will be two people in one bed, one will be taken and the other will be left. So, it's very important for us to know that the rapture is something that will happen one day, and it's undeniable. But with the vast evolution of technology, and especially with the use of holographic technology, it seems like we're very close to those times, where God also tells us about those where everyone will be deceived.